Hi folks, and welcome to my kitchen. It's very exciting. I just wanted to catch up with you and see how everything's going. I popped onto the discussion board this weekend and saw that you continue to not need me on there. Your responses, both your initial posts and your responses to each other, are fantastic. You guys are just flooring me with what's going on online. I keep having all these people saying, oh, online discussion boards are pointless and nothing good happens on there. And I'm like, BS, come take a look at mine, because you guys are spectacular. Anyway, just wanted to kind of help you figure out where we are right now. The schedule has been a bit loose. I mean, the deadlines are online and stuff, but I know that at this point in the semester, I need to be a little bit flexible because you guys have some big stuff going on in other classes. But I do want you to be aware that we are coming to the end. We've only got a few weeks left, like 3 weeks left. So I need you to be watchful of those deadlines and make sure that you get anything in that you haven't done. This would be, of course, a great weekend to catch up if you can. As far as where we should be, today you should be, in theory, finishing up the information processing theory, or cognitive psychology, cognitivism. So that's that 3-component model of memory: sensory memory, working memory, long-term memory. So that theory should have been your focus this week, and you should be finishing that up. I have on the schedule that this week we would be working on social cognitivism, which the main focus of that theory is modeling, and it's really a pretty common sense theory. I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. The one warning I have for you is that when it talks about triarchic reciprocal causality in the text, it uses all kinds of crazy vocab. Like, it calls the 3 components of that like 4 different names. It's really frustrating. So be sure to watch the online interactive that I've created for you on that one to get the simpler version of the vocab. It really doesn't have to be that complex. So really simple concept, really beautiful concept, in my opinion. It reminds us to think about what's going on with the student and how that might impact their behavior and their learning in our class. So it's kind of revisiting some stuff we learned earlier in the semester. I'd also like to change up the discussion board a little bit this time, and I'll go in and reflect this in the module itself, but I'd really rather, if you can, if you have the tech, I'd like to see you model. And I'd like to see you model for each other. So what I'd like you to do is to create a little, 3 to 5 minute video of you modeling a skill for your peers. Doesn't have to be complex, doesn't even have to be within your curricular area if you don't want to. So if you want to show me how to make some fun Thanksgiving craft with my kids, that's totally cool. But whatever would be of most benefit for you. If you want some practice modeling something in your field, that would be great. So if you have access to, a cell phone camera or a flip video camera or a webcam or something, it would really be lovely if you could video yourself modeling a skill for your peers, and then you can put that on YouTube, and we can import it into here in the discussion board. Oh, that would be so beautiful. What I want you to do is pay particular attention to how you're focusing the learner's attention on what you're modeling, how you're helping them to remember what you're modeling. So you may chunk it into small pieces. You may even attach to your post a little outline or something that we can follow as you're going through the model. So there should always be some kind of retention strategy when we're modeling things for our students. Be sure to pick a skill that would be within our zone of proximal development. I know that's a little tricky, but I mean, if you're a math major, please don't pick linear algebra or I might crumple on the floor. And give us chances to practice it. So you might occasionally in the video, pause and say, okay, why don't you take a moment to practice that? And you could even just say, pause the video and practice. And then we also need some form of motivation or reinforcement, some reason to be learning what you're modeling for us. So there are these 4 components: attention, retention, production, and motivation that need to be present really for anybody to learn from a model, and it's something that we tend to neglect when we're modeling in the classroom. So that's really what this theory kind of focuses on. I think it's a fun one, an interesting one. You get to see the Bobo doll video, which cracks me up. So it's a fun module. At the end of that, we have another case study, so be ready for that. And if you want to work in pairs or something on that, if you want to work on it with a friend, totally fine with me. So you have the behaviorism and social cognitivism case study. It's one altogether. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing this week. Next week we'll be moving into our last learning theory, which is modern constructivism. And I do want to let you know in advance that I've decided to take out the performance assessment from our assessment inventory. Since you do a couple in the curriculum and instruction class, I didn't feel like it was necessary for you to do to resubmit that for my inventory. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. So that means the peer assessment you're doing with social cognitivism is your last one. Yay! And I will get you feedback this weekend, I promise. Okay, so you've got social cognitivism, there's a study guide, peer assessment. In lieu of our regular discussion board, I'd like you to post a video of you modeling if you can. If you can't, go ahead and just write it out how you would do it. And then you've got the behaviorism and social cognitivism case study. Next week we'll move into modern constructivism. Don't do performance assessment, it's all good. Okay, that's where we are, guys. Thanks so much.